Hey guys, got our neck MRI results back. So bear with me. Still kind of suffering through some of the word issues from the anesthesia. So the cervical medullary junction, I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. So that's the part where your brain meets your spinal cord. So it's about like right, like kind of right up in here. So that part of my spine, my neck, has the most lesions. I don't have any active lesions in my neck anywhere. All of the lesions that I have are older and dead. They are considered dead, but it's scarring. So that part had the most, and it didn't look good. So there's a whole lot there. That part, it can cause quite a bit of issues, really. I mean, that's the part where your brain meets your spinal cord, right? So there's a whole lot of signals that pass through that section, and that's where a lot of stuff can get miscombobulated and misconstrued on top of the connections that are already getting screwed up. So yay for that one. All right. The next section is the C4, which is vertebrae 4, but in your neck. So cervical vertebrae 4. So it's kind of like the next step down, right? So that had what's called diffuse dorsal involvement. And diffuse dorsal involvement means a wide variety, so again, a lot of outside, so facing the spine, so like facing the back, so outside, it's not looking inward in the body, of involvement, so lesion involvement. So there's a whole lot of lesions that are on the outside of the C4. Your C4, just, a little biology. So your C4, the nerve in your C4 connects to your diaphragm and helps you breathe. So it helps with your air intake, and that's kind of a big deal. So it would explain a lot of my childhood asthma and getting short of breath now as an adult. I don't really have asthma now, but just, I know I'm overweight, but a lot of it is also that C4. So that one little section there is affecting a whole lot more than just that one little section. Okay, C5 is also affected, and C6. So we'll get to the C6 after the C5 because they do a whole lot. So the C5 and the C6 have abnormal imaging, which means there's definitely lesion activity, but it's older. There may not be as much as the other two areas, but there's definitely some activity going on there. So they put it on as questionable activity because it's not clear as to how much damage it really has affected. So your C5 helps with that C4 control respiration, and then it also controls your upper arm muscles, which is why, again, I have that right side weakness because that's, my lesions are on my left side and then controls that right side weakness. So that C5 is where that connection would be. The C6 is a part that controls more of it's, so it all kind of connects. So more of the respiration, but not as much. It's more of the respiration when speaking, and then more muscle control, but not just your upper arm. Now we're talking all limbs. So your actual whole arm, your wrist, your legs, your abdomen. And then along with that, it's muscle. So it's bladder control, it's your respirations, it's that whole muscle on the whole side. So that C6 is pretty important. And again, that's where a lot of the issues that I have is going to be because of those 3 areas being affected by lesions. And getting these results, it's really opening up the, wow, mom's not crazy. Like there's a legit reason why she's going through these things that she's going through, and it's not all just in her head. I mean, it's technically all in my head, but she's not imagining it. I'm not imagining it. And it's just not something that I'm manifesting. Like these are things that are happening and it's because of something else. So I wanted to give you guys those results. The T2 is it's kind of that last vertebrae between the neck and the spine. That area had lesions on it. It's not as horrible. The spine is, we're going to be doing an MRI on the spine along with the spinal tap. So once we get all of that, obviously we're going to update. But I wanted to give you guys the update for the neck result. So at least we have some answers, right? I love you.